And now it really is my pleasure to introduce to you Chris Ronayne, the president of University Circle, Inc. When we first started this idea, I can't tell you how enthusiastic Chris was about welcoming us to the neighborhood. And in fact, as you might imagine, there were more than a few hurdles to figure out how to get a place and work with the city and get everything done on time. And he did everything that you could imagine and then some to not only lower those hurdles, but to really set us up for success. And so I want to thank Chris Ronayne and welcome him to speak.
Thank you, Scott. Doesn't seem too long ago we were standing right outside on the groundbreaking day of this, so it's always fun to be at the ribbon cutting in addition to the groundbreaking. It is my pleasure to welcome you to University Circle. So many of you are supporters to us all the time and regular visitors, but to those who are here perhaps for the first time, welcome to University Circle. To Hawken, welcome back. It is indeed a homecoming, and it's not too often that you hear of an institution that returns to its Center City roots after really a century away. And we are really glad and privileged that you're back here in University Circle. So on behalf of our member institutions of University Circle Incorporated, we welcome our newest member, Scott, to you and the board, and to the students and to the faculty. We welcome you back to University Circle. I want to touch just on a few things quickly. Hawken's commitment to University Circle as we've seen it. I want to touch on the powerful education collaborative that is at work and growing and probably has no bounds here in University Circle. And I want to talk about the glorious building that you've restored that we're going to go over and cut the ribbon on in a minute. First of all, the commitment, Scott is right. It was a small group of folks from Hawken who came over to see us at UCI a couple of years back now with an idea in hand that one of their board members brought to them. And they came over and they said, let's look around. What is there for us to partake in here in the Circle and potentially invest in? And Scott mentioned this last night. We looked at a couple of different buildings. Actually, Scott, I think it was 3. We looked at the Ferris House just next door to this building, the Cozad Bates House briefly up on Mayfield, and the Mather House. But the Mather House, as it was, we didn't think was really available at the time, as I recall it. And from the point forward when Hawken first set its sights on Magnolia Drive, they never looked back. It was all perseverance from there. And I want to compliment you, especially the board and those who have helped fund this, for getting this done on time and on budget and in time for the students' school year. So congratulations to you. That doesn't always happen in University Circle, truth be told. So. All along the way, we received regular updates from your staff, particularly those that were working on the fundraising and the education ideas and the community collaboratives. That will be ongoing with University Circle Incorporated. It is important that Hawken has joined us as a member institution. Now I think we are the 43rd, you're the 43rd of our institutions here in the Circle. This incredible collaborative of education, healthcare, social service, arts and cultural institutions. It is nice that the last 2 member institutions that have joined have been education-specific institutions. We are calling, as we walk out to Magnolia later today, Magnolia Drive, we're beginning to informally call it Education Row. It is really becoming that. Students, I can't wait to see you walking in and around University Circle. You bring life to the place, you bring ideas to the place, and you bring connections. So we welcome you students specifically to Education Row and all throughout University Circle. If the Circle represents one thing overwhelmingly as a part of this community at large, it is that it is about knowledge and opportunity to learn about virtually all aspects of the world. Botany, law, medicine, engineering, classical music, modern art, you name it, you'll learn it and you'll teach it to others. What can't you learn when you find yourself here right in University Circle? We like to think of ourselves truly as a premier urban district and an urban knowledge district in America. This is a spectacular campus, and you are adding to it by being here with your investment today. It is, again, over 40 spectacular institutions, but think of this, in 1 square mile. Where else in the world do you find this kind of proximity of learning institutions? Now it's all about how we leverage what we have here in the Circle to a wider world, to the wider world of Cleveland, Ohio, to our city neighborhoods, which I'm so excited about, this experiential learning and the connections in a service learning environment that you're going to bring to our greater University Circle neighborhoods. The commitment to Hawken that you've made in terms of reinvesting in University Circle is important. We've been through an era of disinvestment from our city. We've been through an era of disinvestment from our neighborhoods. Frankly, we've run away from some of the kids in our region. You're coming back. It's an important statement to the parents, to the faculty, to those who've made the effort and the board to come back to a place that's important. This is extremely important to us. You all know the story of the brain drain from Cleveland, Ohio. We are sick and tired of hearing about the brain drain. We want, and today I think we begin to hear more about the brain gain. So thank you for coming back and bringing your brains with you. Thank you. Don't let us down, you won't. Finally, I want to make a couple of observations about the building. A couple of them are sort of crass, but I'm going to make them because I said to some people last night, I don't think I'd say this, but I'm going to say it anyways. This building, we didn't know how beautiful it was, all of us who work here on Magnolia. It was shrouded behind all kinds of trees and bushes and things that it had sort of fallen into disrepair. I likened it to somebody yesterday as the Munsters house for the adults that remember the show and the kids have seen the reruns. We didn't know what was behind those into that beautiful house. You started to unveil the beauty of the Mather House. I want to thank our friend Bob Kruger and his family team. I'm sure he'll be thanked again. He was my first boss as a teenager, actually, but just by happenstance ended up seeing him renovating this beautiful house. So they've gone on to renovate 3 homes on Magnolia for education purposes, and they're on to their 4th. So hats off to the Kruger family. It is truly a glorious renovation. This building, again, has now raised the bar. The second observation I have to make, we are right next door to you with the University Circle Inc. offices, again, this umbrella organization for all these institutions. We have our little offices next door. We used to think we were the jewel on the block. We actually were proud of it. We thought, boy, we've got really the crown jewel on the block with our building. We now have to keep up with the Joneses. So you've raised the bar, Scott, and we will keep up, but we'll do our best. Anyways, more important, we've got a speaker in front of us who is going to bring her insights to this, and I want to just leave by saying thank you to the board, to those who helped raise the money to get this done, to the faculty, to Scott Looney, to you, the students, and most importantly, Bob and Sally Gries, and to your whole family. Thank you for bringing this wonderful, wonderful investment to University Circle. You landed right back in the heart of the Circle. You've landed right back in Cleveland, Ohio. It's meaningful. It really is an expression of an investment in the city of Cleveland when we need it most. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks.